we have the one, the only Miss Ashanti that you just heard her beautiful voice, baby. Yo. And then we got Mr. Country Grammar himself.
Oh, check you out.
Okay,
yes,
Mr. Nelly, my birthday mate, my birthday twin. Happy birthday, belated birthday.
Yes,
Nelly.
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations on going and getting your girl back.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You went and did this. You said,
yeah,
I'm going to get that old thing back.
What that is. Give me that.
Give me that. And now you have a whole family and a whole new show.
Yes, ma'am.
To celebrate the family. Nelly and Ashanti, we will belong together. It's streaming now on Peacock. Congratulations on all of it.
Thank you, Beth.
So I got to ask, were you guys afraid? Because, you know, you had such a big love affair that everyone was rooting for. You guys were on and off for 10 years. You disconnected for a long time.
Yeah.
And now you're back together. Were you afraid of kind of like jinxing it by having people in your lives with a reality show? Because, you know, reality shows be breaking up families.
Well, I don't know if reality show breaks up family. I think what break up family is the insecurity of what comes from the reality show. You know what I mean? Because if you need to stop the reality show, then stop it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing comes before, you know, your family. So if that's causing a problem and you don't see it causing a problem and you're not willing to get rid of it, then you probably didn't want to be together in the first place. But I think people have been invested in us career-wise individually, but they also, like you said, been riding that roller coaster of our relationship since we had kind of been together. So having an opportunity to kind of let people in just a little bit more. And in 2025, you know, you need those platforms. You need those outlets. It's not like, you know, back when you could Michael Jackson things and just stay out of mind, out of sight. You out of sight and out of mind, you're going to be out of pocket. You know what I mean? So I thought it was a good idea, and you know, my wife is riding, so she was like, you know what, babe, that's what you talking about. We'll see what it's cracking. Okay, but it better work, because if not, my ass is on the line.
Indeed. Now, Ashanti, you know you've always been everyone's princess. You know you came out as an R&B princess, and everyone loves you, and you have the best spirit out of anybody I've ever met in the business. Like you are authentically the sweet girl. And I know the reason why he was like, when he saw you on that stage of Versus, he was like, God.
Damn, what is this narrative? Why is it always Nelly?
Why did you have to come across the stage, sir?
Because the tension. It was the tension. It was the tension. You know what I'm saying?
It was the tension of seeing her looking so fine in that leather.
I got you.
With that peplum flapping back and forth on that backside.
Gotta know that.
Little thigh action.
And you had to come across.
Okay. All right. For talk's sake, we'll keep that.
What was it that you think that drew him to you from across the way?
I mean, I do believe that he wanted to make sure that there wasn't any friction, any tension, because we were there to celebrate Ja and Joe. You know, obviously, I didn't know he was going to be there. You know, he knew I was going to be there.
Oh, but he knew you were going to be there. So which brings us,
but I had somebody with me, too.
And I was in a situationship, so
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
We were not looking for, you know, that to happen. Obviously, I didn't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so okay, wait. But then now y'all done threw some sauce on it. So you were in a situationship. You had somebody with you. Yeah. So what happens backstage when the lady says?
Well, mine wasn't that serious. Mine wasn't that serious. We was just hanging out, and for that purpose, like she said, we were there for Ja and Joe.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And did I know she was going to be there? Yes, I did know she. How could she not be there when you got two of her brothers celebrating what they've accomplished? And she's been a great part of not just their careers, but they're part of music history. Yeah. So how could she not be there? But I didn't want the tension of what it could have been. You know what I mean? It didn't have to be as pleasant. And if you get to know me, you'll know, like, listen, I like positivity. You know what I'm saying? I be wanting to calm everything down.
Right.
Nothing comes out of being negative. You know what I mean? Like, and she was in a great place at the time, and I was in a great place at the time. So it happened. They act like they didn't see the rub on the back.
We saw the rub on the back.
Well, then,
wait.
what is you talking about?
That was a friendly
What
rub.
is you talking about?
You know when you go to church.
Boy, y'all take up for each other. Let me see. Okay.
It was a friendly rub.
It was a friendly rub.
It was a friendly rub.
Let me see if your man hug and rub like that. She better not friendly rub nobody else's damn back.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, what did the situationship say after the friendly rub?
That don't matter.
He wasn't pleased. That was the beginning of the end. Dead in the water. Poor him.
Ma'am. Yes,
Boy, when
ma'am.
I'm watching the show, that's the thing that when I'm watching the show and I see how it's so apparent that you guys are evenly yoked and that you belong together. You guys are the epitome of every love song that we've been hearing.
That's my dog. That's my dog.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say that because, the internet is so stupid. I'll say something like that. That's my dog. And they'll take it. What you mean?
God.
That's his dog. He should be. Like, don't tell me how the hell to be. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
well, you're very romantic on the show.
I try
Talk
to
a little
be.
bit about the romancing of Ashanti in 2025.
she helps me.
Okay.
She definitely helps me, y'all. Don't get that twisted. I'm not all like that. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the reasons why I love her so much is because she has that other half that I'm not. I don't want to say interested in. Of course, I'm interested in. I didn't know that I was interested in it until I got with her like that. You
The
see what I'm
second
saying?
time.
Yeah. Well, a little bit of the first time, but that's when you're trying to hit. You know what I'm saying? So you go
know
all
what?
out there. You know what I mean?
right,
But he
right.
still waited. He still waited. We went on a few trips before the hit happened.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
you went on a few trips.
Yeah.
You just sleep in the same bed. And
She got flued out.
okay, well, no, easy, Nelly. We don't fly people out no more.
Oh, well, we
no, I
together,
flew
so
out
that
my
don't
wife.
matter.
I ain't fly out.
Exactly.
No, you don't fly and pay people out to come out.
Yeah. We don't want
No.
We don't need no more legal complications.
At all.
Nah, I married mine. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Exactly. Wasn't no paper exchanging.
Yeah.
Just love.
This love.
Just love.
I'm trying to think, did we sleep in the same bed the first trip?
Your mom's right there. Nope, we did not.
That means we did.
It don't matter. You married.
Exactly. So it was a slow burn. But when it happened, it ignited. And it ignited us because, before even our Jay-Z and Beyonce, you guys were that kind of couples goals and you were that power couple moment, and that's one of the things I really enjoy about the show too, is that you guys are so connected in that you guys understand how big each of you are. You respect each other's career.
That's me.
And you
Definitely.
also have the pursuit of family, but also making sure that the family is financially solvent.
Yes.
Yeah, because everyone's got careers with an S on the end in that household.
With an S on the end.
Yes,
though.
indeed. Yes, indeed.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Nelly, did you know that you craved a woman like Ashanti again? Like, because no disrespect to nobody else you dealt with, but you never dealt with nobody of her ilk again. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I mean, listen. Anytime somebody can buy you the same thing you can buy them, that's always pretty much that pretty much is a good thing.
Yeah.
But no, just her ambition of who she is, and then I'm a fan of music, so how can you not be a fan of her and everything that she's accomplished? So, appreciating, like just what you just said, appreciating the person that you are spending the rest of your life with, and appreciating what they do and appreciating what they bring to music, because I'm in music. So appreciating what they bring to what your love is as well, outside of loving that person, which is my music, which is, being who I am. So, I mean, yeah, she's dope.
yeah, Always has been, always will be. Let's
you,
get into
Dad.
this Audie,
And she got them
Ashanti.
thighs.
Well, that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about this Audie. Because on the show, you're trying to figure out this new body. Because you always had body. You always had body gel.
Hey, thank
But
you.
now it's a different type of body.
It's
It's
a
a
different-
womanly
it's-
body.
yeah.
It's full and rich.
It's that after baby
It's
body.
that after baby body. How's it going? Like, how has it been for you getting through this? Because a lot of women go through this. You know, they have babies and it changes everything.
It definitely changes everything. For me, you know, I stayed bikini ready.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Always.
I'm ready at all times. But after having a child, you have to be healthy. You have to take your time. I actually had, I think it's gone now, but I had diastasis, which means your organs are kind of still spread apart for a while. So you can't even attempt to go to the gym for like the first 3 months.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So it took me a while to kind of get back into the groove and just about eating healthy, you know, and I personally choose to grassroots go in there and hit the gym as opposed to other alternatives, we'll say.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it takes time, you know, and you kind of have to embrace that, you know. And then when you have a husband that likes thick thighs and little ass, you know what I'm saying? I was saying back
Right.
there, you know, you don't want to lose everything.
Right, you don't lose
Not
everything.
lose everything.
Nelly, that's one of the things too I really enjoy, seeing how much you love and support her body journey. Like, you know,
Of course. I mean, don't get it twisted. You know, she's a black woman. She has no choice. You know what I mean? Like, she get it from her mama and everybody else running around that place. So, but you know, confidence is not lacking in her. Sometimes, and in either one of us, but sometimes a little bit of reassurance from the person that means the most to you can go a long way.
Absolutely.
And I don't want to make her seem like she's got to appease anybody else but herself when it comes to those type of things. And however she want to approach it, let's approach it. She want me to go with her, we can go with her.
Yeah.
I ain't got no problem with getting back in the gym. I need to get my in the gym too as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's never that, and whatever it is, we'll figure it out together.
Yes, y'all always figure everything out together. One of the things when I let people know y'all were going to come on the show, everybody asked me to ask you, Nelly, the Trump of it all.
Okay.
Just tell me just the Trump of it all. Tell me a little bit about the decision to perform surrounding
I perform for the president. I'm not a campaigner. I don't campaign either way. I'm not here to tell anybody who to vote for. I would just say do your homework in whichever way you choose to vote. And what's crazy is that the year before that, I had the honor of doing an event with Vice President Kamala Harris, and nobody talked about it. You know what I'm saying? I performed at one of her events that she was hosting. And then you turn maybe a year and a half later, and I had a chance to perform for the then one sitting president, you know. And it was one of those things where I was like, yo, what are you talking about? Because I always thought my merit, the things that I do in my community, the things that I stand for, all you got to do is research, and you'll see exactly the impact. Personally, I'm a doer. Like, you got a lot of people online, they talk a good game and all of that, and they'll tell you what you should be doing or what you not should be doing, but then you look at their resume and they're doing absolutely nothing. You know, I've been sending kids in my city to school 2 at a time for almost 15 years. Yeah. We've done so many other things.
The black and white ball?
Black and white ball. We've saved over 7 lives with our bone marrow stem cell drives. I visit the hospital, Children's Hospital, almost 2-3 times a year. Take no cameras. It's not for that.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm in the community. It's not a thing, you know, and my family is an oriented black family. There's no way to get around that. I have a beautiful black wife and beautiful black kids, and I'm always for the upliftment of my people, but I'm for the upliftment of everybody, including, you know, different races in different places. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, look, now y'all, I asked them, y'all, so get off my back.
Yeah.
Okay, now
see, that's crazy.
Yeah,
huh?
no, they was on me. Bav, I mean, like literally about 20 people.
Yeah,
Like,
but
you gotta ask
how
them.
do you take performing as support?
Well, I support that my son has a birthday coming up. It's July 18th.
Yes, it is.
I'm very excited about that. He's going to be a year old.
Yes, a year old. Okay.
Definitely.
No, happy birthday to KK.
Yeah.
Yes, happy birthday. Now, y'all know my mantra is it gets greater later.
Yeah.
And that certainly is the case with this. But I do want to know, in your own words, in this season in your life, What does it gets greater later mean to you? Go, Ashanti.
Oh man, well, last night was great. No, I'm just
Ooh, come on now. And you already done said it's packing. Last night was great. Talk a little bit about your love life, your love making life. And do you think it's better the second time around?
oh my gosh,
Is it better the second time around?
Am I supposed to be here? Am I supposed to be here?
Yes.
I'm not supposed to be here.
No,
I am
the
supposed to be.
beautiful thing is when you still get those butterflies and you still feel like that feeling in your stomach and your gut, like it's
In your gut, literally and figuratively.
both, absolutely. I mean, honestly, it's a beautiful thing. If you put all of the time lapsed, between us, it's like knowing each other for 20 plus years, and I'm still excited. When we're on the plane on the way back to St. Louis, I'm like, I'm so excited. You know what I mean? So to have that and authentically have that and organically have that and have a protector, is a beautiful thing. It's a blessing, especially in this crazy world we live in this industry. There's so many dark places and dark clouds. We have something I feel is beautiful, so it's about we have to covet that, protect it, and just have fun and live.
I love that. That's your great.
That's
your
my
great
greater.
leader.
Yeah.
You, Nelly.
What you mean? I mean,
For you, what does it gets greater later mean to you?
I mean, just the understanding of it all. You know what I mean? I always knew one day that I would be married. I can't say that I never thought it would be her, but I had kind of let that go after. But I mean, the greater later is now. My later is now. And again, we're together. And we get a chance to start a whole new chapter and just build some new things that, some things we dreamed of and some things probably that we never thought would happen, and all of it is positive and all of it is great. So, this is the best thing for me.
Yeah. And to be inspired by the show is really great. You said something on the show that really touched my heart. The goal is to die married, not to have been married.
Yeah. Yeah. Because people judge you by some of the most weirdo you know what I mean? Like, some people will give respect to somebody that has been married and been divorced over somebody who's willing to wait till they can die married. And to me, I look at it like there's no way I would, because you said those vows and you either A, gave up or didn't mean them. Now, that does not mean that you can't get married again, because that's how life happens. But if you're out here judging people, then come on, man. I prefer to die married. I think that's the goal, to have been married.
Yes, indeed. I love that. And you can agree to that, right?
Oh, absolutely.
'Cause
We
you
both
waited.
gonna die married.
To each other.
To each other.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, because she'd kill me.
Absolutely.
I hate that we have to wrap, because I really wanted y'all to give some advice to the people about how they can do a second time around reconnection. Okay, go ahead. Tell the people how they can get it. How they get that old thing back and make it stick, because y'all made it stick. This could have been a fling.
Well, like she said, just having more positivity than the negative. Just weigh it out, man. Just weigh it out. Does that person bring more good to your life than negativity? And that'll tell a tale.
And don't force it. Let it be natural and organic. Don't force it just because you're lonely and whatever. Allow it to happen. What's meant to be will be.
I know that's right. And Nelly and Ashanti, we belong together, and streaming right now on Peacock. I want y'all to go watch it.
Yeah,
and watch it with your boo thing. And maybe watch it with your situationship that can turn into a relationship, right? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And definitely maybe DM your second time around candidate and be like, you should be watching Nelly and Ashanti. We belong together. Give them a little idea.
Yeah, don't be scared about things like that, because a lot of people give advice. No, once you move on. No, it's not. How can you move on? Because you don't learn. You never learn.
Yeah.
How do you know people ain't learned? Everybody wants second chances. If that person, then maybe that person has learned, and why would you go back to try to train another? Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know that's right. I love you guys. It's so
love you,
beautiful to see the love too, and it's so real. It's palpable in this room.